Hi everyone, and welcome back to our Take on Cruise with Shannon and Roger, or, well, Roger's not here today. I'm not sure where in the world he is out exploring, but my name is Shannon McKee with Access Cruise, and I'm here in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. In fact, Access Cruise most recently started working with Santo Domingo, and we're thrilled to be working with Thelma Martinez as well as Gabriel Rodriguez, who's the Executive Port Director for Santo Domingo. We have spent the last few days exploring the destination, and what a destination it is. Because as we all know in the cruise industry, it's not about the port, it is about the destination. We've been staying at the Nicholas Diovando Hotel, which is the old governor's mansion. It is spectacular, a perfect place for cruise guests if you want to do a home port here. Now it's right on the avenue, I would say Avenue of the Ladies. In Spanish, I usually hack this a little bit. My Spanish isn't all that great, but it's the Calle Las Damas, which is where the aristocratic ladies would walk up and down the street. They would walk down the street because there is a palace just a few minutes walk from where we are. This has been a wonderful cultural immersion while we have been here, trying so many new things. But it all started in 1502 when Christopher Columbus came here and he established a colony by leaving his brother behind. Now, Linda and I had some really delightful surprises, and one of them was the food. Oh my goodness, the culinary experiences have been spectacular. Last night we did a farm to table experience which was like nothing I have seen before. We got to actually meet some of the women that were responsible for growing all this fantastic food. Oh my goodness. Now we've also tried chocolate making, rum tasting. Oh my goodness, the cinnamon rum was divine. We also did the cigar rolling. There's adventure to be had. What I want to say to you is if you're not considering Santo Domingo, you should, because it really is a wonderful experience to come here. I know some of you came here maybe about a year ago with the FCCA, but come down and explore the old colonial city of Santo Domingo, and we'll be calling on you so that we can come see you and talk a little bit more about what Santo Domingo has to offer. But for now, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna hand it over to Roger. And Roger, where in the world are you?
Thanks, Shannon. Sorry I'm not with you enjoying the colonial city of Santo Domingo, which is a place I definitely love, but you asked where I am. I am in Miami. How exciting, yay! I came over here and I'm back over just across from PortMiami. Last week, many of you saw our episode when we were talking about alternative fuels, LNG, and since most of you are in the cruise business, I'm sure you're all familiar with what it looks like when a ship takes on fuel. Normally a barge comes alongside, a bunker barge we call them, but on the LNG ships, these bunker barges look a lot different than what we're used to seeing. So I'm going to get out of the way for a second and take a look just behind me. Carnival Celebration is now taking on LNG. As you can see, it's definitely not the same looking bunker barge that we're used to. So it's exciting. I just wanted to share that with you. I get to see this every week as I drive by. Speaking of Carnival, there was big news in the past week. The restructure of the reporting lines to the CEO of Carnival Corporation, Josh Weinstein. As you know, in the past, or the last quite a few years, there was Carnival Maritime, Carnival UK, Holland America Group. Well, slowly over the past year, things have been changing. The first indication of a change was when Holland America and Princess started to divide up so many of their shared services. With the new reporting, Josh will have a more direct reporting line to the CEOs of the big cruise lines. So in other words, Princess, Holland America, Carnival UK will still be a Carnival UK, Costa, AIDA will now report directly to Josh. There will be some sub-reporting groups, such as Carnival Australia and P&O Australia, will now be reporting through Christine Duffy at Carnival Cruise Line. So it's actually really interesting what's happened. Josh has his own way of managing, his own way of doing business, and I like it. I think it's great that he's going to be back in direct contact with his operating companies. So that's big news. The other thing, I just want to give a quick shout out, since I've got a minute, to Port Canaveral. All of a sudden, in the past few weeks, Port Canaveral has been picking up more cruise ships. We saw the announcement that Marella is now sailing from Port Canaveral. First time Marella is coming. It's not open to the US market. It's all British passengers flying in for the cruise. But also, then Carnival Venezia announced that they're moving the Venezia from New York to Canaveral for the winter season of 24. And then all of a sudden there was a last minute announcement about the Norwegian Epic canceling its winter cruises starting for this season in Europe, and the Norwegian Epic is coming to Canaveral. So that says a lot about Canaveral. Shout out to them. It also gives a little indication of something we spoke about last year when the Costa ships were either being transferred to Carnival Cruise Line or Costa by Carnival, that Norwegian is coming back over. So again, it's an indication of the strength of the US market compared to the European market. So a lot's been happening. Shannon, I miss you, but I did want to have a chance to say hi, and greetings from the LNG bunkering of Carnival Celebration. See you soon.